Hello and welcome to Quiet RC. As usual, I am Rob. Those who are very observant or who are returning to the channel may notice I'm not in my office. I am down in the workshop today. Did you catch that? Good. Today we're going to talk about the kit version of the Reflex 14B from Team Associated, something that has only previously been available as an RTR. So very interesting that they're releasing it as a kit. So let's go. Shh. Well, I think the first thing I'd like to cover is the fact that it's a kit. And the reason that I got this was I had originally purchased, and I've done a video on it not too long ago, the LC Racing, what the heck is this thing called? The LC Racing EMB-1HK. This is the Pro version. And I'd like to actually just compare just what comes in the kit with this and what comes in the kit with this. I haven't built this yet. Obviously, it's sitting here right in front of me. But I just want to cover a few things. As we're unboxing it here from some earlier footage, everything's in here. Now, it's interesting that they've released this because I think this is maybe the second generation of this 14th scale Reflex that they have released in this buggy format. However, up until now, it's only previously been available as a RTR version. It's very curious that now they're deciding to come out with a kit. And what else makes it curious is that they've just released a kit version of their Unicorn truck on the Apex-2 chassis. Again, only previously available as an RTR. Now, as a person that really prefers and loves to actually build kits, you may see I have a lot coming up here, so remember to subscribe so you can be alerted to when those are actually happening. But the point I'm trying to make is I love it as a good sign. I don't know if it's some sort of trend that may be associated with seeing. They've obviously released some kits recently with the two types of the RC10 re-releases, both the clear kit and the actual 40th version. So it's interesting to see that there's actually more kits making big news. I think the thing that I really wanted to check out was the chassis itself with this Reflex. As you can see, it's actually a plastic tub. Now, a plastic tub in general isn't bad, but with the LC Racing, the EMB-1HK buggy, it actually comes with an aluminum chassis. However, sometimes it's bad to have aluminum because it'll bend and it won't bend back. Whereas with a plastic chassis, you can actually get a little bit of flex out of this if it crashes or something like that, and it'll go right back to where it was. Where this is more evident, though, is in the shock towers. There's some definite trade-offs here. The shock towers on the EMB here are also aluminum. However, I think they're a little soft. I believe I kind of tweaked one of these a little bit, and again, it didn't bend back. However, the Reflex comes with plastic shock towers. Now, I've had kits in the past that have had plastic shock towers, and just from kind of pushing down on it without even actually running it, you can see that those shock towers are flexing a little bit. So I don't know if I'd actually be able to tell if something was happening. I'm not that consistent of a driver to be able to drive and tell when something is flexing at that level. We'll see if it ends up breaking, if they just kind of are able to handle all the abuse that you might put on it on a track, but we'll find out. With the LC Racing, the way this comes as a kit also is interesting to me because it comes as a kit, but with everything except for radio gear, and specifically like the actual radio and the receiver. But it does come with a ESC, it comes with a servo, and it comes with a 4500 kV motor. I forget the actual specific size of this one. They have it listed as, no, it doesn't say on here. With this kit, it doesn't come with any electronics. So I went on to the Facebook group for the Reflexes, found that this was more or less the recommended one, and when you take it out, it's actually just exactly the same. Now, those who have been around know that Hobbywing kind of supplies a lot of RTR. They kind of came in and supplied all of the ESCs that Tamiya was including with a bunch of their kits. I believe that really kind of became more the norm during the past couple years. But you can see it's just the same one. Also looking around, people were recommending the LC Racing steering servo. Now, this steering servo is the Metal Gear version of the one that comes in this kit. So it's the D135F, and this is the D115. It does have decent specs on it. I want to say, yeah, here we go. 0.08 second for 60-degree travel, which is pretty good. I think some of my racing ones are 0.07, 0.06 down there. And then the motor that I picked up for it is this Hobbywing XE-Run 2848, and this is 4600 kV, so pretty close to that. So essentially we're having the same ESC, the same servo, and we're having almost exactly the same motor in there. So it'll be a really interesting comparison. Now, the original tires that came with this EMB were these tires right here, and I was not enjoying them. They seem to allow the car to roll quite a bit, even in the dirt, especially on turf though. So I asked around and people were saying that you can just use regular 10 scale 4-wheel drive front tires on all 4 corners. I think it looks a little weird because they're definitely much bigger, but we'll see where it ends up. The wing for the Reflex is also a little bit more reasonably sized, I think, and much lighter. This is a pretty substantial wing. Now, as many times as I've rolled it over, nothing's happened to it, so maybe that's a good thing that it's huge. When I ordered the EMB, I also ordered a bunch of extra parts in anticipation of what I might break, and I actually ordered some extra parts I didn't really need because this Pro Kit comes with several different spring options for you. It comes with sway bars, and it comes with a carbon fiber top deck. As mentioned before, it has an aluminum chassis. And then what else did it come with here? I also ordered an extra screw set because they are mostly 2mm screws versus regular 3mm, which I tend to just have it laying around. Let me swing the computer over and check what my actual invoice was for this kit with all the extra stuff. Total invoice with all the extra stuff delivered from China was just under $300, $296.60. That was June of last year, or right at the end of May of last year, so almost exactly a year ago. This one, what did I do with the receipt? That's not it. All right, I don't remember what I did with the receipt, so I'm going to look up on my credit card what I paid. All right, the total with 2 cans of paint was $211.83, which means the kit itself was just under $200. All right, so the kit is $180. That motor was $65, so $245. The Hobbywing ESC was an additional $27, so $245. $272, plus the servo was $15, so $272, so about $290. So you add about the same price, but I got more stuff with this. The extras that I got were extra steering blocks, extra suspension arms, the screw set, an extra pin set, an extra anti-roll bar, and I also picked up an extra wing. You can see that this actually comes in just a little bit less, but we'll see what the actual performance is like for this car here. A note that I do want to point out here is that on the box, I got into my car after picking this up and was just double checking what it came with and what it didn't come with. And on the box here, it actually says, kit shown equipped with items not included in the kit. It doesn't include a motor, it doesn't include a battery, it doesn't include an ESC, servo and receiver, paint, obviously all those things, but it says, and tires. That I was a little surprised about because I didn't read anywhere else about needing tire for this. So it says right on the box, but here they are, tires. Now what's nice is these are pretty soft. They are front and rear, so a little bit narrower up front. So it'll be interesting to actually compare these to the kit supplied tires with LC Racing here. A little difficult to see, but there you go. So that's going to come up pretty soon here. Unfortunately, our indoor off-road track has been closed for a while. I don't know if it's coming back anytime soon, but I think there's a couple of off-road outdoor tracks that I can take this to, and we'll be doing that in the near future. So please stay tuned. Please like and subscribe to get notifications. Hit that notification bell about when new builds are going to drop. You also get notified when new unboxings are dropping. So I have a huge box in the corner from Buy there I'm about to unpack right now. So please come back later and we'll talk RC again later. Thank you. When new unboxings are going to unbox. Holy sh! Oh my God! It'll also tell you when you also get.